Hey YouTube, how's it going? Melvin back here again with another Alchemy Stars video, and for this one, dude, I got so lucky today. I'm so glad that I got this hero. Like, I've never wanted any character in any gacha game. Like, I've never wanted anything as much as I wanted Hiiro, and I'm just so relieved that I got her this morning. When I saw her name pop up, dude, I was just, yes, thank God, I don't have to worry about it. Today has been really good for me too. Not only did I get a copy of Hiiro, I got my first copy of Erdon, and also got 2 copies of Taki. So I'm probably going to be building Taki soon, trying to see if he's a good character. I'm not so convinced about Taki's kit, to be honest. I feel like he's a bit lackluster, I'm not gonna lie, but Hiiro though, she looks pretty good. I don't think she's the best green character, but I feel like her kit does pretty well, that she might deserve an S tier. So we're going to be testing her out, seeing her damage in comparison to my other damage dealers, and trying to see whether she was worth the pull. But you know, it doesn't really matter. I don't care what her kit is. She was 100% worth the pull. Waifu for Laifu. So let me just go over her skills really quickly. It's not too overly complicated, but her equipment skill gets pretty hard to use actually on practice. For a chain combo, it's a very generic chain combo. It starts off with a 1 cluster into a 2 diamond into a 2 cluster. Now the best thing about this chain combo is the fact that the lowest tier only costs 2, which means that you're doing something even if you're doing a small run. Say you're doing 2 blues or 2 reds or something like that, just put in your leader. That way you're doing something with those 2 tiles. Meanwhile, for active skill, it does make her a little bit of a converter, but to be honest, this is probably one of the worst conversion skills in the game. But you gotta remember, she's a detonator. Her job is to deal damage first. She just has some conversion on top of that, which is pretty pog. The best thing about this conversion skill is actually the word chosen. You get to choose any 2 tiles that you want, and those tiles become enhanced green tiles. Now, she does have some synergy with enhanced green tiles, which we'll talk about later with her equipment skill. And this active skill also deals some damage, 200% damage to enemies in a cross shape to the maximum range, meaning that if they're a medium size or a large size boss, it could deal pretty good damage here. And lastly, with her equipment skill, it's probably the most complicated aspect of her kit. How it works is that she gets a mechanic called dual stance, and how you gain dual stance is that you get it at the beginning of the round, and you also get it whenever you pass through enhanced style. Now, how are you going to use that dual stance? You use it every time you do your basic attacks. You're going to be getting 60% increased damage on that basic attack, and you're also going to be doing 80% splash damage on top of that. So she's going to murder medium and large size bosses really well. TLDR, how you want to play Hiiro is that you want to basic attack the boss, and then you want to grab an enhanced style, and then you basic attack the boss again, and then you grab an enhanced style, basic attack the boss again, yada yada. You want to be weaving in a basic attack every time you grab an enhanced style. She is pretty self-sufficient though, because with her active skill, she does create her own enhanced style. But if you build your entire team around Hiiro, if you build your entire team around enhanced tiles, she's gonna do crazy amounts of damage. So after some testing, I've come to realize that the easiest way to make use of her passive is to simply put her as your leader, and I'll show you here as an example why. So here she's right about to walk on an enhanced tile. You can barely see it because the boss is like covering the tile, but it is an enhanced tile that's coming up. And what's going to happen is that because she is the leader of the team, she's going to do everything on the same tile. She's going to gain her passive, she's going to do a basic attack, and then she's going to consume her passive all on the same tile. Hopefully that made a lot of sense. I know my editing skills are not the best, but I tried my best there. TLDR, just have her as your leader, and the reason why this makes a lot of sense, it's because she gains her passive whenever the leader of the team walks in enhanced style, not when she walks in enhanced style. So having her as a leader just makes sense. That way, whenever the leader, which is her, walks in enhanced style, she's going to gain her passive, and she's going to be also the first one to attack because she's in the front. She's going to attack immediately consuming the mark. That way, once you get the next enhanced style, you're not wasting any enhanced style. Okay, I don't know if that makes any sense. Hopefully it did. It's really hard to explain, but if it doesn't make sense, just trust me in this one. Put her as your leader and your life will be so much easier. So her breakthrough is a bit of a weird one because the first one is actually really pog. It makes your conversion skill a preemptive skill. Any chance you have to make your conversion skill preemptive, you will absolutely take it. Meanwhile, the last one is kind of whatever. It increases your active skill damage by 40%. I don't think a majority of her damage is going to be coming from her active skill. It's only 200% damage. I think majority of her damage is going to be coming from her basic attacks, especially with her equipment skill. So getting 40% increased damage in active skill, especially because you need 5 copies of Hiiro to even get this. I feel like the people who get this are just, you know, hardcore simps that really like Hiiro. But for me, I think I'm going to be summoning for my first dupe copy of Hiiro. I want this preemptive strike eventually, because I think this one is almost a must-have. And lastly, once you bring her to Ascension 3, you get increased attack every time you use your dual stance. You get 4% increased attack for this round every time you do it, to a maximum of 20%. Alright, we're finally here. This is going to be the best moment of my life, hands down, I'm pretty sure. Dude, she's so clean! So for our debut, I'm going to be showcasing here in floor 72. If you guys remember these two idiots, they look like floor 43, but slightly different. But honestly, I feel like these guys are way easier than floor 43 because they have one extra like attack in their patterns, which is so easy to dodge that, you know, I think floor 43 was a lot harder than this, which is kind of funny because it's way up here in floor 72. But I still think it's a good spot to debut our girl Hiiro. It's still a pretty difficult fight. They do a lot of damage. You gotta dodge some skills. So this is pretty good. Also, if you notice, I kept 2 of my main DPS. I took out Pact in my team. I kept Hiiro and together with OD and Migard, you know, 2 of my main DPS. And the reason is here, everyone here, OD, Migard, and Hiiro all are essential level 3. They're all level 1, and all their equipments are level 10. And the reason why I wanted to run all 3 of them here is I kind of wanted to see between the 3 of my main DPSs who does the most damage in these fights. Like, and I also keep them even, right? I kept their levels all the same. I kept their equipment the same. I know they're different heroes and they got different utilities and they got different kits, but I just want to see who does the most damage. And my money, personally, my money is on OD. I think OD's poisons just does way more damage that I don't think Migard or Hiiro is going to be able to compete with that. Like, I do think she has the worst utility among the 3. Her slow is some form of utility and it can be pretty pog, but you know, Migard's teleport is just so good, and I think Hiiro's tile conversion is also pretty dang nice. If you guys want to play along, like, I haven't done the numbers yet. I don't know who does the most damage here, so if you want to guess, I feel like most of you guys are going to guess Migard maybe, but if you guys want to guess who does the most damage, you know, let me know in the description if you, or in the comments, I mean, if you guys got it right or wrong. But here we're finally going to be doing our big turn with Hiiro. This is our first Hiiro skill, and this is what I mean. The best part about Hiiro's active ability is the fact that you can choose whatever tile that you want, and most of the time I think the best place to put her tiles is right beside the boss. That way you get more basic attacks, because she works really well with basic attacks, and especially with my comp, you know, OD loves basic attacks, man. That's how she gets her poison stacks. So I'm 100% keeping OD, and I'm 100% keeping Hiiro, just because how good Hiiro is in letting OD do her basic attacks. So here we do a big turn, so many numbers, so many poison stacks. Unfortunately, we end up focusing the wrong boss, because the best strategy for this fight is to kill one boss as soon as possible, and most of the time you can just out heal the other one. It becomes a lot easier once you kill one of them. In fact, I think it's almost a guaranteed win. You gotta be like super behind after killing a boss. Like, if you're gonna fail after killing one, but you know, after killing one, it becomes super easy. The game just changes dramatically. Here I got lucky, actually. We were able to run away from one of the bosses. Like, I did get super greedy in my attacks. I should have dodged properly, but I just wanted to damage test the fight. I wanted to do as much damage as I can. That's kind of why my plays are like super greedy. I'm not trying to survive. Oh, this is the attack that I mean, that is super easy to dodge, and I think this is why 72 is a lot easier than 43, because they do this turn and you gotta be super unlucky not to dodge this, not be able to dodge this, or you know, play really badly and make a mistake, but you're almost guaranteed to dodge this one. Here I could play super safe and run away, do a little bit of healing, but after seeing my damage though, I've come to realize that this comp specifically, I mean, I do have 3 DPS units, right? 3 units have really good damage, but I've come to realize that I could just probably kill this boss. Like, looking at my damage from that one turn, being able to like do around 50% of the boss's health just from that one small turn. I'm pretty confident I can just kill it, especially here with Midgard. I have Midgard's active ability. Her active does pretty good damage, man. Now the boss is at 24% health. Dude, I think I'm loving this comp quite a lot. You know me, I do love a couple of converters in my team, but having Hiiro being that, you know, pseudo converter. I mean, she is a converter in a way. She does a little bit of conversion, but I just gotta realize, just do damage, man. Just kill the boss. Like, who needs to, like, you know, have a lot of converters when you have so much damage? Here again, you know, I could run away. These red tiles could put me in a safe spot, but I've got my skills up. Hiiro is coming. I could put those 2 tiles right there where I could do basic attacks. The boss is at 18% health, but like I said, her active is gonna do damage too. Goes all the way down to 14%. That's pretty good damage. Those advanced tiles did 4% of the boss's health. That's actually pretty good. And here, a couple basic attacks, and the boss is dead. GFG. And here is the tally for all the damages that my DPS heroes did for this fight specifically. I'm not surprised that OD is top DPS. Like I said, poison stacking is just absolutely insane in this game. She was doing 22,000 plus on a 5 stack for each boss, and sometimes I was 5 stacking poison on both bosses. She was doing 44,000 damage per turn for 2 turns, so that's 88,000 damage. I think one of it is here, yeah, just 2 turns where she did 44,000, so that was 88,000 damage from 2 turns from her poisons. That's kind of why she's kind of top tier. But what surprised me though is that Hiiro just was pretty close, like 60k behind OD, when, you know, OD most of her, all she does is mostly damage, right, from her poison. And Hiiro is a converter while being able to do this much damage. I was actually surprised how much damage she did. A lot of her big, like, huge damage is just her chain combos did pretty good damage, like 28,000 on 1 turn. And a lot of it too is just having a very good this is one of her basic attacks, or enhanced basic attacks. It did like 15k. So if I have like more synergy with Hiiro, if I got more characters that gave me enhanced styles, I think once I A3 my Nikinis, and I think also if I A3 my Uriah, it will give me potentially more enhanced style. I think Hiiro can do crazy damage, man. Here Midgard's not doing that much damage, which kind of makes sense because this is not her fight. She's better like when it comes to, you know, killing small mobs here and there. When it comes to like big bosses, detonators are going to be king, so that's why Odin and Hiiro are going to be doing a lot of damage. But Midgard's teleport is just 100% super OP. 2-turn teleport. Like, I can't stop saying that. 2-turn teleport is just absolutely insane on Midgard, and she does so much damage too, even though the fight is not for her. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. What do I think of Hiiro? She is an insane character, man. She does so much damage as a detonator while giving you that 2-tile conversion every 4 turns. Like, that's insane value. I do think her first dupe is really good though. So like I said, for me, I'm going to be pulling still for 1 more copy of Hiiro. That way I get her preemptive skill, which I think is just so freaking good. It's hard for me to pass on that one. But that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for staying all the way at the end, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.